Hi, how are you? My name is Kean, and I just wanted to have a quick discussion with you about why your degree doesn't really mean anything in Ireland anymore. First of all, I just don't want you to blame yourself and to think that it's all your fault and other people are getting jobs that are paying well and it's you and that you're the issue. Typically, that isn't the case. It is completely normal. It's my job. I've started a business off of this to help people get into these roles, and trust me, it's so common. There's so many people who really, really struggle with their career in Ireland and the UK at or in their 20s. Typically, just being honest, your degree doesn't really mean anything anymore. How it used to work is I'm sure your parents or grandparents pushed you into going to college and getting a degree because to them and in their age when they were looking for jobs, a degree meant so much. It meant pretty much everything. If you had a degree, an employer would look at you and go, I want to hire this person, I'm willing to pay more to get this person, and you are now able to get into jobs that are higher and paid well and actually mean something. But nowadays, everyone goes to college. Back then, not everyone did. There was maybe one in three, one in five people who would go to college. Now it's nearly everybody. It's like one in two people or more that graduate from secondary school would then go to college. So it means less because there's so many people. It doesn't really distinguish a low impact employee to a high impact employee. It's it's just not distincting between them two, and that's what a degree is meant to do. It's meant to show, hey, if I have a degree, I can do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be a hard worker. I spent this amount of time in college, and that's what you hoped when you got your degree, I'm sure. But it just doesn't mean that anymore. It doesn't really say anything for you. So you're either in two situations. One, you have a degree and you're wondering why it's not working, or you're considering getting a degree. Nowadays, it just doesn't have that impact, especially if you're going for like marketing positions. It doesn't have the impact that you want it to have, unfortunately. So if you do have a degree, I need you to stop relying on it as much because it's just not going to get you where you want to get. And I get that you spent a lot of time on it, you spent years on it, but relying on it and holding on to that is not going to really get you anywhere. So if you are looking to break into a higher role or you're looking to get your career on track, there's a couple of different routes that you can take. You can try freelancing. Freelancing is a great start, and you can also try training. Both of them in common, and what I'm trying to get at is you need to have some sort of real world experience that you can bring to a company. You need to be building up. If you're going to take, let's say, a year or 6 months or 3 months, you need to be thinking about everything you're doing and everything you're putting forward. You need to be thinking, I'm doing this so that I'm impressing the employer. Or when I'm on the interview, I can bring this up that makes me different to anyone else. Because right now you're coming up with a degree or whatever degree, whatever you're bringing up, you're not being different from anyone else. And you need to be different. Or you need to be similar to people who are performing well, which is hard to do because you don't know who's performing well in the business. But the two ways of doing that is freelancing and training. My recommendation is training. Well, one, because I do it, so I might be a bit more biased towards that, but also because it's a lot quicker. With freelancing, you're not guaranteed to get clients. And by the way, what freelancing is just basically going out on your own and offering marketing services to businesses. You need to be good at a lot of stuff. You need to be good at sales. You need to be good at outreach. You need to be good at actually marketing. You need to be good at client communications. You need to be pretty much good at, you need to be the whole business. So you need to be taking payments, you need to have a website, you need to have all of that stuff. It is more impressive though. If you can go out and be a freelancer and have five clients and get testimonials from them and get them to pay you and allow them to do your website and stuff like that, that's really, really good for you and your CV. And that's why I'm mentioning it. I would recommend going out and doing it for completely free, calling people, emailing people, um, even putting out ads for yourself if you want to invest in that way. And you can become a freelancer and try that as your kind of work experience or your, hey, this is what I've done in the real world. And here's proof that I can come into your business and actually make an impact, which is what they're looking for. And that's what we're doing these two things. With the training side of things, you can go into training and it's not that expensive. There is courses out there that are like thousands and thousands of euro. You don't need them. Like right now, currently, and this will change over time as my business changes. But right now, I'm selling training for free, and now I'm moving to €4 for the training. So it's less than a coffee. So if you want to go and do training, what that is, you basically sit down, and I have lessons like this, and I'll be sharing my screen, etc. But I'll be going through what marketing employers actually want to see. So the skills you need to have, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, how to look at results, how to record content, all of this stuff, and also helping you with getting hired, and then helping you with new things such as AI and new platforms. So you can go to an employer, and how you're going to be different is you're going to say, I got training from Kean, who worked with employers. Like, I owned a marketing business and I worked with employers and helped their marketing systems get better and hired people on their behalf. I also work with a lot of employers in this business. You're going to say, I worked with Kean, and you can rely on my experience and say, he taught me all of this stuff. So, how to run ads effectively for small to medium businesses, how to analyze results, how to record in front of the camera, how to come up with scripts, how to use AI for businesses. So, I learned all of this through Keen and through his experience. And you can look at him and see how he helps people. And I'm putting myself out there as someone who helps businesses. So you can rely on my experience, but you're also saying, hey, this is the purpose of this is to get marketers into businesses and have a day one impact. Like, actually impact the business, not just saying, oh, I have a degree, I'm going to impact your business. Because realistically, now, if a marketing company got back to you and says, hey, you're hired, do you know what you're going to do when you step in on the first week, the first 2 weeks? No, you're probably going to sit down and you're going to be like, what's my instructions now? What do you want me to do now? So with this training, we want you to come in and be like, here's what I'm going to do for the next 12 weeks. Here's my 3 month plan. Here's my 6 month plan. This is the stuff that I want to implement into the business. So you're actually making an impact. You're taking the load off of the employer, and you're being a better employee in general. So that's what the training does for you. The freelance does that in sort of a less showing you, but actually you're doing it yourself. But you can also not get that from it. You can try both as well. Like the training that I'm doing currently, you can get through it if you really put your head down. You can get through it in a week. But typically it's 3 weeks if you want to apply yourself and come to calls and stuff like that, and really prepare for it, mock interviews, etc. But I would recommend to you, if you're really struggling with your career, you really want to get it back on track in marketing, get some training done. Like, it's €4. You get other courses for €10 if you don't want to come to my one. If you're looking for different industries, there's training on Udemy, there's training on School, there's different platforms out there that help you get a position. So not only train you in the skills you need, and not only give you a plan of what you're going to do when you come in and to show in your interview, but also give you job opportunities, and give you everything that you need to succeed in the workplace. So I'd recommend you do that. I'd recommend you try freelancing if you would like to, but it's so quick to get training done, and it has the biggest impact in the shortest amount of time. So that's my recommendation to you. If you ever do need help, or you're struggling with your career, or you feel like it's taking a toll on you, my LinkedIn is in the description to this video. You can always reach out to me. I give free advice to anyone who needs anything from me. But also the link below will be to the Market Sphere, which is my training program. I don't know what price it's going to be when you watch this video, but I can guarantee you it is cheap. It isn't expensive. It's not how I make most of my money. It's just me trying to help people. And then on the back end, I do help businesses. So I help them grow and get marketing teams, to be transparent. So I'm trying to get them to hire you. So I'm all for helping you in this situation. So hope this helps in some way. But if you ever do need any support, please do message me. Thank you.